Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Esoteric on our continuing series, the Unported Playlist, where I take a look at some of my favorite unported arcade games of all time, and today we're taking a look at Golgo 13. Now previously on the channel I showed Golgo 13 Kiseki no Dandu, the second game in this trilogy. Today we're doing the original one. Before we get too far involved, do me a huge favor, go down below, hit like and subscribe, and that notification bell definitely helps us out. And if you feel so inclined to want to support the channel, I got a Patreon link down below as well. But I absolutely love this trilogy of games. Namco made incredible light gun games, and I think their best series ever was the Point Blank franchise. Give me Point Blank with a gun con, and I am a very happy gamer. And it's really unfortunate these games didn't come to home console because the amount of cutscene and story involved in each of these arcade games is huge. It's probably the most story you're getting in an arcade game back then. They really do feel like they were meant to come home to consoles, but for some reason just didn't. Now you'll see here, the shtick is you are a sniper. I don't know a ton about Golgo 13, the animation, or the manga, but I do know he's a sniper, and that sets this game up perfectly. You'll see here we had a target, the snipe point, and as long as you succeed well enough, you're going to be able to continue on. And I'm just going to jump from different scenario to different scenario. I'll put a long play up with all the story because it is quite good, but I love this. You have to snipe somebody in a plane from a distance, and you'll see there we shot them, and now we get to go into the screen and see exactly where we hit them. There's usually one target that's your primary and one that's going to be a secondary that'll still let you succeed. You'll see there I hit him in the heart, and that's fine, but because I only got 459 out of 1,000 technical points, I don't increase that percentage. Therefore I'm not any further away from a death or closer to a death. But each scenario is completely different, and I love that about the game. This is Point Blank, the challenge stages. There's only one stage in the entire game where you need to pull the trigger quickly. All of them are strategic. You'll see there I shot him in the hand, and that's going to lose me 60 percentage points, so I'm 40% of the way to death. Learning this game, experimenting with it, getting better at it is an absolute joy, and it is, like I said, such a huge bummer this didn't come to home consoles, because this would have been perfect on the PlayStation 1, and it really bums me out that we're not able to do that. But the great thing is these games run perfectly on MAME, so you can use a mouse, you can use an analog stick, you could use a Sinden light gun, you could use a Wii remote, you can use anything that is a pointer, so we can play these in perfect quality because this board from Namco is just based on the PlayStation 1, and that's why it's such an extra disappointment this never did come home, because it's basically using the same functional hardware as you would be playing if you were playing the console. And you'll see here, now we have to shoot the tip of that missile. We have to hit it on the lighter colored part or else we fail, and this was the first fail of the game. This game not only challenges you to succeed, but it challenges you to get the highest score by being as accurate as possible. I love replaying this game over and over again and seeing how I do, and I even love losing sometimes because the continue screen is great with these real-life graphics in an airport. It just looks like what I love to see. And it does have diversity. Here you'll see that we have to shoot 4 guns and destroy them. I'm not sure if they're prototype guns, that's our goal. Everything is in Japanese. This game has no English, so you're going to have to presume a little bit about the story, but all of the anime cutscenes before the actual shooting happens, those are going to be really self-explanatory. The pictures alone are good enough to tell you what is going on, and that's why I can't recommend you play this game enough. If you're into light gun games and you've never heard of it, this is going to be a super big treat for you. And like I said, there are 3 Golgo 13 games. This is the first in the series, and I'll leave a link if I remember to the second game in the series as well, because no matter how you slice it, these are just super fun, and I love how each individual kind of vignette challenge is something different. Now we have to destroy a diamond in somebody's hand, and in the long play you would see that he made a dirty deal with another diamond merchant and sold him a fake diamond, so you've been hired to destroy the real one as revenge. So you're not just always shooting people, sometimes you're shooting objects, and the storytelling is just great. But the music is awesome as well, so go ahead and watch a whole cutscene and round, get that great music, and I'll come back in about 45 seconds to tell you more about why this game is amazing. But enjoy! You'll see there how incredibly close I was to the snipe point, but I only got 850 points. This game is demanding of you. You need to be as accurate as humanly possible, and you'll see that the screen is bobbing and weaving, things are moving around. I love this game because it is pure skill based, and with a light gun in your hand or even a Wiimote, it is such a challenge. You feel like if you missed a shot, it's because you didn't do it correctly, you aimed the wrong direction, you pulled the trigger too early versus the game screwing you over, because every once in a while you will hit that 1,000 out of 1,000 shot and you will feel like an absolute god when you do it. It's just so good. And I love the versatility in the levels as well. Now we have this entire building crumbling down, and we get a brief glimpse of the person we need to shoot, but we need to do it through a dust screen. And you'll see here as we go to the results screen just how well I did, and I love it. I got so close, 942 out of 1,000. That feeling is great when you pull it off. And the game will ever so slightly change things up. Maybe the next round he's like an inch over to the right or the left. It doesn't change things so often that it's random, but it does alter some movements ever so slightly. And I love this here. All we need to do is shoot the strings out of a violin. There's so much fun storytelling both in the gameplay itself and the cutscenes around it that you really get a good sense of what's happening, and it's just fun and different. And I miss these type of games. I mean, there's Silent Scope from Konami, but that was way more of an action game where you were a sniper. This is a light gun sniper game that's basically a puzzle game and just kind of like a quick reflex twitch reaction sort of game. Because you'll see here on this one with that boat bob, I did not do as well, and I shot this very hairy Greek man, I think right through the, well, you'll see in a second, the you-know-what. And maybe he had it coming, he was awfully hairy, but probably still not the type of place you want to shoot another human being whatsoever. But that's Golgo 13. It is just a ton of fun. Now, when you get to the later games in the franchise, some of these levels repeat, but they have slight changes to them. All three of the games are absolutely worth playing, and I think you should play them in order here so you can see where the stages originally start and see what happens after the fact, because it's so much fun to check all these things out. It is just a 10 out of 10 game in my heart. And the thing is, I would 100% add this to my PCB collection because this works on a standard definition monitor, and you could use a super gun with just the arcade guns and play it. And I have been looking for a PCB. They're not that easy to find. I found some complete cabinets for sale in Japan, but trust me, you don't want to get into importing full cabinets. The price is absolutely insane. But, you know, if I can't find one loose, maybe one day I will. Every once in a while, I'm not sure what the game's asking of me, but maybe I missed something in that kanji. But yeah, if you're into light gun games, 100% play this. If you've been watching my channel whatsoever, you know it's one of my favorite genres around. It's just a great game. I love it. I can't recommend it enough. I know nothing about the anime, but if the anime and the manga is anywhere near as good as the game, I should probably read it. Short of that, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.